Picture this. You're walking through the quiet woods of New England on a crisp spring morning. The air feels fresh, the leaves whisper, and a calm river sparkles nearby. But then a chilling thought creeps in. What if the rustle in the bushes isn't wildlife, but someone watching you? That's the fear gripping New England in 2025. Bodies pulled from rivers, found in forests, even packed into suitcases fuel whispers of a serial killer, while TikTok and Facebook explode with dark theories. The string of deaths that sparked panic. It began in March 2025, and at first the cases looked like tragic coincidences. But then the deaths stacked up, like storm clouds over New England, heavy and impossible to ignore. On March 6th, divers pulled 35-year-old Paige Fannin from the Norwalk River. Her belongings? Neatly folded on the bank, as if she undressed with care before vanishing. Was it suicide? Or a staged scene by someone watching in the dark? That very same day, in Plymouth, Massachusetts, a hunter stumbled on a skull. Its jaw and nose were missing. Random decay? Or deliberate mutilation? Two discoveries, two states, hours apart. Coincidence or the opening act of a nightmare? 13 days later, the horror grew louder. A woman stuffed in a suitcase near a cemetery. A skeleton in New Haven's woods. Another body in Rhode Island labeled suspicious, but explained no further. One death could be chance. 3 in a month? By April, theories exploded online. A Facebook group, New England Serial Killer, swelled to 70,000 voices, plotting maps, sharing confessions, begging police to connect the dots. Then came remains near Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion. Coincidence? Or a calling card? Now 21-year-old Adriana Suazo lies among the dead. Young, bright, gone. 13 bodies in months, mostly women. Mostly within 70 miles. If this isn't a serial killer's hunting ground, what is? Experts say no, but people don't believe. Police and criminologists push back hard, waving off the whispers of a New England serial killer as nothing more than panic in the air. James Allen Fox, a veteran criminologist from Northeastern University, is blunt. The evidence doesn't fit. Real serial killers, he explains, almost always have a type. They stalk a pattern, same age, same gender, same look. But here, the victims are all over the map. Men and women, some in their 20s, others nearing 60. There's no clear thread. Serial killers also stick to a comfort zone, dumping bodies in familiar places. Yet these cases scatter across rivers, woods, and highways, spread out like puzzle pieces that don't connect. And in today's world, Fox reminds, with DNA databases and cameras on every corner, serial killings have plummeted since their peak in the 1980s. To him, the rumors are fear, not fact. Psychology professor Lori Kramer agrees. When police go quiet, the public fills the silence with wild stories. And once those stories hit the internet, they harden like cement. The narrative snowballs. But here's the problem. What if the experts are wrong this time? Because not every death can be shrugged off as an accident or overdose. Some are undeniably murder. In one chilling case, a Connecticut man was charged after his roommate's remains turned up stuffed inside a suitcase. So is he a lone killer hiding in plain sight? Or is his crime just one dark thread in a much larger tapestry no one wants to admit exists? Ghosts of New England's past. For New Englanders, whispers of a serial killer aren't new. It's a fear stitched deep into the region's history, where quiet towns hide dark secrets and rivers carry whispers of the past. The Connecticut River Valley Killer still lingers in the shadows of the late 70s and 80s, a phantom who turned peaceful trails into hunting grounds. Imagine walking along the Connecticut River in New Hampshire or Vermont, birds singing, leaves rustling, only to know that someone, hidden in the trees, is watching. Over nearly a decade, at least 7 women vanished or were found brutally stabbed, their bodies left in forests like grim warnings. Catherine Milliken, only 27, was birdwatching when she was stabbed to death. Bernice Courtemanche, just 17, vanished while hitchhiking. Linda Moore, 36, was attacked inside her own home and stabbed more than 25 times. But the most haunting moment came when Jane Borowski, 7 months pregnant, was stabbed 27 times and survived. She described a man driving a Jeep, gave police a sketch, and lived to tell her story. But still, the case froze in time. A suspect, Vietnam vet Michael Nicolau, emerged years later, tied to the crimes by a PI. Yet even Borowski doubted he was the man who nearly killed her. So the killer remains nameless. Could today's mystery be the ghost of the Connecticut River Valley killer? Or a chilling copycat keeping the cycle alive? Fast forward to the late 80s, and New Bedford, Massachusetts became haunted by another predator, the New Bedford Highway Killer. 11 women vanished, 9 later discovered along highways like discarded secrets. Their deaths carried a strange ritual, bodies positioned with feet toward the road, as if mocking investigators. Victims like Deborah Medeiros, 29, found with her bra knotted around her neck, and Rochelle Dopiarala, 28, beaten to death in Freetown, revealed brutality beyond random violence. It was personal, calculated. Suspects rose and fell. Lawyer Kenneth Ponte, indicted but cleared before his own suspicious death. Anthony DeGrazia, accused of rape, later found dead in 1990 under strange circumstances. And even whispers that the killings might connect to Portugal's Lisbon Ripper. Yet no hand was ever proven guilty. When old scars bleed into new wounds, is it paranoia? Or is New England trapped in a cycle of serial terror? Why now? Why so many bodies? If not a serial killer, then why are so many grisly discoveries haunting 2025? Some experts point to forces beyond human control. Climate change is reshaping the land. Rising waters, fierce storms, and floods can churn the soil and unearth bones thought buried forever, turning rivers and forests into grim reminders of the past. The opioid crisis adds another shadow. With overdose victims often found in lonely, forgotten places, their decomposed remains fueling whispers of foul play. And then there's coincidence. 13 bodies across 3 states may be terrifying. But is it truly unusual? Still, how many coincidences must pile up before tragedy starts looking like a pattern? Fear versus reality. Police departments across Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts remain cautious. Official statements stress no serial killer evidence, no confirmed connections. But the public doesn't buy it. Every new discovery, every headline about remains found, feels like another piece of a dark puzzle. Theories swirl. A trucker dumping bodies across highways, a drifter moving town to town, or even an underground cult. What's scarier, the idea of one killer or many hidden in plain sight? The haunting question. New England is no stranger to mysteries. The disappearance of Molly Bish in 2000, the unidentified Lady of the Dunes in Cape Cod, and countless others still unsolved. Now 2025's wave of deaths has reopened old wounds. So next time you walk a wooded trail in New England, pause. Listen. The leaves rustle, the river runs. And behind you, maybe just a jogger, maybe nothing. Or maybe, just maybe, someone who's been waiting all along. Is a serial killer really stalking New England, or are we chasing shadows? Experts say no. Locals say yes. History says, be careful. Because in New England, the line between myth and murder has always been thin. And until the truth comes out, the deadliest mystery of all isn't in the woods or the rivers. It's in the silence. If you found this video helpful, hit the bell icon for more content, drop your thoughts in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.